Let's go! How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Anabolic Laboratory. Today, we are making an Anabolic Dairy Queen Thin Mint Blizzard. Probably the most important ingredient right here is our Creme de Menthe. Nick suggested, don't skimp out, go on Amazon. This thing was here in 24 hours. Let's get right into the recipe right now, guys. As always, I'll have the ingredients up the whole time. They'll be in the description box, so we don't have to go one by one. But just in summary, the way that Nick described it, we're gonna put all our wet ingredients into the food processor, including salt. Then we're gonna blend it, mix it around, and then we're gonna add our dry ingredients, mix it around, and then we're done. Right here's all our wet ingredients. All right, so we're gonna add this in. Now I'm gonna add my ice, and this was more ice than I thought. This is like, it's a ton of ice. Always, you make sure your food processor is snapped on, snap the top on, then plug it in. We're gonna mix this up. Up for about a minute. It was a lot of ice, all the wet ingredients and the salt. Now we're gonna open the food processor, mix it around, and then add in the dry ingredients. Kind of like a fluffy like ice mixture. So he said mix it around, but it seems pretty mixed together to me. All right, we're gonna add our dry ingredients now. So we have the vanilla pudding mix, which looks like this, the sugar-free one, that's 20 calories. We have 3 grams of Xanthan Gum, protein powder, 1 1/4 scoop, and then 2/3 of the Grasshoppers, because we're gonna top the rest off with them. All right, so Nick said you could add Swerve, but I know for a fact my protein powder has a lot of artificial sweetener in it already. So I'm gonna taste it without adding Swerve, and then we could add it if we need it. Plus, the Creme de Menthe has sugar, plus this has sugar, and I don't like myself overly sweet. All right, so I just know for a fact we're gonna have to mix this around a little bit. There's just a lot going on. Definitely a few rounds of mixing here, guys. Scraping the sides, trying to scrape the bottom. All right, so I tasted a little bit as I was mixing it, and it wasn't that sweet because it does have a lot of ice. So let's add a little bit of the Swerve in. So I'm just gonna add like this much Swerve, put it right in. All right, we're gonna mix it around again, taste to see how the Swerve did. The flavor's good. I don't think we're gonna be able to melt all the ice. I'm freaking blown away that there's probably like 3 of these is the amount I made in my food processor. It's 500 calories total, but this is probably like 200 calories. So I tasted it as I was making it, and it was very good. It was hard to blend up that much ice though with a food processor. You're probably better off with a blender that has like a little stick. The fact that this is probably 200 calories, like I didn't realize it was gonna fill up my food processor. That's never happened before. It's got the natural mint flavor from the Creme de Menthe. So the flavor is like a 10 out of 10. The volume's like amazing. I can't knock Nick for it at all because it's my fault that there's like chunks of ice in here. Maybe I should have used like crushed ice, or like the ice in my freezer is really hard, but I'm getting the chunks of ice. This is how much is left, which is like the full food processor. So I'm gonna blend it more and add more milk and see if I could get all the ice out of it. And then I'm gonna tell you guys if I could get the ice blended. All right, so I put it back in the food processor, and I added some almond milk to it, so now there's no chunks of ice anymore. It's like a smooth consistency. I like it a lot. You got the yogurt coming through a little bit, the salt. Maybe I could have added a little bit more of the Swerve, but you got the cookies. I came to the same calories as Nick, the 500. And it probably could have filled up like 3 of these. Like, I don't even understand the volume. I'm just surprised you don't like it, because I thought it's pretty good. I tell you guys when I don't like stuff. To me, it's good. Dude, you gotta go like this.
Action.
All right, wrapping up the video. Another hats off to Nick. Just make sure you blend that ice and add enough almond milk. And I can't believe it's 500 calories. I think I ate like half of it. So you have to be crazy to eat the whole thing. Thanks for another recipe, Nick. If you promoted this one, I appreciate it. Have a good one, everyone.